feel like you have tried everything? Self-help books, therapy, relationship summits, retreats, online courses, podcasts. But you still struggle with toxic love, attracting narcissistic partners, ongoing anxiety, depression, codependency, love addiction, stress, moodiness, lack of hope, feeling stuck in your career, and you just can't seem to get love right. It's time to heal your unconscious behavioral patterns caused by unhealed childhood trauma. I'm Riana Milne, the love trauma recovery expert and certified life and love coach who helps thousands around the world, and I can help you too. I specialize in helping adults heal from unconscious childhood and love relationship traumas, emotional triggers, and dysfunctional behavioral patterns, which have been impacting them negatively in life, love, or business, to transform and create the life they desire and to have the love they deserve. Talk to me today at rianamilne.com and get the free ebook below to learn more.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Season 7 of the Lessons in Life and Love podcast. I'm your host and global life and love coach, Riana Milne. I'm all about helping you transform your life in all areas into one that you're passionate about and to help you attract and have the life you desire and the love that you deserve. I'm all about helping you have emotionally healthy, evolved, and conscious relationships and helping you to avoid toxic, painful ones that are just too prevalent today. So if you ever have a personal concern, reach out to me at rianamilne.com and get a life and love transformation discovery session where I meet with you privately for 90 minutes to get to the root of what's going on for you and how you can solve any childhood or love trauma. You'll also find a ton of free resources there, like the 4 free love tests, the free ebook on how to have the love you deserve, the first 60 pages of my #1 best-selling books, Love Beyond Your Dreams and Live Beyond Your Dreams, and tons of articles on my blog. So let's dive in, love angels and transformers. Today, I am starting off Season 7 with Sizzle. I have 5 sexy single men from the ship, meaning the singles cruise that I took in January on Royal Caribbean, hosted by TravelFun.biz, my affiliate travel agency that my company, RomanceInternationalTravel.com, is now affiliated with. I had the pleasure of meeting these 5 guys on the ship and partying for 4 days in Nassau and the Bahamas and on the ship, and you're going to hear men tell all. So get ready to hold on to your hats. You won't believe what you hear when these 5 comics get together and share their heart and feelings about what men want in love and relationships and what would make them commit to someone special. You're going to learn a lot, both the women and the men of my audience. So enjoy. This show will be taped over 3 podcasts for your listening pleasure. And yes, we're rolling. Hey, everyone. Welcome to Lessons in Life and Love podcast. I'm so excited to do this show with you today. You know I have Lessons in Life and Love live, and I only bring you the most fun shows for the live shows. And we can't get more fun than this. I am with the 5 sexiest men of South Florida that I happened to meet on a cruise in January. And they were so cool and so fun. They're my brothers, my friends, my buddies, my pals, and we talk open and honestly. And I know they have the most amazing hearts. So I wanted them to come and tell you women of the world, what do men want? So the men will tell all today, and this may go into 1 show, 3 shows, 4 shows, whatever it takes to give you the messages that these men want you to know today. And they're full of words of wisdom. So welcome to the show, Lessons in Life and Love, and we're going to get rolling. Okay, I want to do some introductions here. So all the way over to my left, we have Frankie G. Frank, and everyone calls him Frankie, is from Broadcast TV Sales Solutions Executive, a fashion apparel stylist. His tagline is he's selectively looking for his next last love. So ladies, if you see somebody you like on here and you hear what they got to say, you know where to write me, rianamilne@gmail.com. Let me know who you want to meet, and maybe I'll set up a match for you. Send some good pictures, not sexy ones. Yeah, they want sexy ones. Okay, and pretty ones. Yeah. All right. Some of his hobbies include art, fashion, swimming, working out, travel, reading, cooking, and entertaining his friends. And they're all entertainment, I gotta tell you. I hang out with these guys, I'm laughing the whole time. Okay, next to me is this gorgeous man, James. James and I have been friends about a year now, right? And let me tell you a little bit about him. He's 61 years old. He's a retired therapist for the criminally insane, and this is true. And from Upper New York,
Helping all of us out.
He'd say this is why he hangs with us.
Yes.
He's the therapist when we're all out together. Not me. I'm off the clock.
We all need help.
So he loves to travel, dancing, cruising. He's happily single. And he was married for 27 years. I know he has two beautiful kids as well.
Thank you.
Next to me, to my right, we've got Sherman, who helped me with this today. We're at Sherman's house, a boat on Paradise of the Intercoastal. And so fun. So Sherman, get a little lowdown on him. He's 55 years old, a Gemini, South Florida native, a master electrician with an incredible business for over 30 years. His electrical contracting business had multiple employees for 26 years, and he's now happily retired. He enjoys boating, scuba diving, and fishing. Had a tournament fishing team for years. Has caught a blue marlin in 5 different countries. Loves travel, typically to warm climates surrounded by beautiful waters and women. I'm adding that for you. And something adventuresome. Currently enjoying a drama-free life with no debt, no baggage, and no limits. Looking for the same in a woman who is beautiful in mind, body, and soul to share his life with. Oh.
Somebody blew us all away.
Now we have Frank Z, or we call him Zimmy. Zimmy's in the house. Okay, so he's a Chicago native, adrenaline junkie, loves racing cars, boats, skydiving, bungee jumping, rock climbing, rappelling, loves tennis, pickleball, golf, and scuba diving. Filmed 2 months as a bachelor in VH1's Top Love. I didn't know this. How'd you do?
I did all right.
Yeah.
Actually, I lost because she ended up moving in with me for 4 years after the show.
They call it tough love.
It got tougher.
And now you're sitting here with us.
There you go.
It was a good trade, trust me.
Filmed in my Can in Buenos Aires. And appeared in the Improv, and numerous other commercials. Talk about comedy. He should have been a comedian on the show.
Thank you.
He retired last year, knocking out the bucket list now, traveling all over the world and having a ton of fun. He can still party till 3 a.m. with his 25-year-old teammates on his kickball team. Go, Frank. All right, and our last one, last but never least, is our handsome gentleman to my right. That's Warren. Warren's a contractor in South Florida, specializing in tile and marble. He loves the outdoors, beach, concerts, and art shows, and laying on the couch. Okay, watching an incredible movie, and he's also an incredible lip syncer. So there we go. Here's the men on the panel, and you know me. I'm Coach Riana Milne, Global Life Love, trauma recovery coach, mindset coach, here to help you create the life you desire and have the love you deserve. So let's get some facts for you ladies and gentlemen who happen to be listening to the show. Here's the questions. We're going to go around the table, make it a little bit easier. So Frankie, you're going to go first. Could you tell the listeners how you came to know me and why you decided you'd like to be on the show?
Well, first of all, everybody calls me Frankie. And they say, why are you referred to as your 8th grade name? When I was younger, I went to Frank, Franco. My father said, Peter, when you get older, everyone's going to call you Frankie, and it's going to make you feel young. Daddy was right. Mom was always right. So Frankie, I am.
There you go.
I met Rihanna on the Bon Voyage cruise while we were in port. There were 800 people who just didn't go to their lifeboat drill, if you recall. And we had extended time at one of the bars and hot tubs, and we all got to meet. It was the first time I met Rihanna. It was the single cruise that we all went on back in January.
And wasn't it in the hot tub? That's where I really got to know you.
That was the hot tub time machine.
And that was when I became your cheerleader for the Men of the Ship contest.
Yes, you were.
I talked you into going into it.
Yes,
And I
you
said,
did.
don't worry, I'll be your cheerleader. I get everyone in the hot tub to cheer for you. And that's when I remember our first really fun meeting and hanging out for a while.
Lucky me. Thank you.
Aw, lucky me. Okay, James, how'd you get to know me? Do you remember the first time we met? We've known each other a year.
I do.
You remember the first time?
I do.
When was it?
Well, we were on a double date, not with each other, but with other people. And this was in Meisner Park in Boca Raton. And the person that was supposed to meet you, I was interested in you.
Oh, you were?
But you had me fixed up with another girl.
You had told me you wanted to meet my friend.
Yes, but after I met you, I wanted to meet you. I chose you over.
Oh, I didn't know that.
First time
Jeez,
confessions.
a year later, I'm
Yes.
finding this out. Okay.
So your blind date didn't work out, so me and you wound up hanging out.
We
that
did.
night.
We had a great conversation that night. We
Absolutely.
really got to know each other.
And that's how I know her, yeah.
Yeah. And why did you decide to be on the show?
Because I love you and I love the guys that I'm sitting here with, and I think we have something to share.
Perfect. I love your answer. Sherman,
Yes, ma'am.
when did we meet? Do you remember the exact point in time?
I do remember the exact point in time. I was on that cruise.
Yeah.
We just got on the boat. I was hanging out with this character. We were telling each other stupid jokes. And you rolled up and, introduced yourself. We chatted a little bit. And, throughout the cruise, I met you a couple more times. And, over time, I just realized, wow, this woman, she's just beautiful, mind, body, and soul. And yet exudes an energy that just like draws people in and it's just a good thing. And actually, I think that was probably the best thing I took away from that cruise was meeting you.
Oh, that's nice. Oh,
absolutely.
guys, you see why I love these men? Like, come on,
giving you a
ladies,
little
they're the
glimpse.
best. They're the best. And then we hung out one night when everyone else was to
We
see the
did.
comedian the
We
second time.
did.
There was a great guitarist, and I was dancing, which of course I love to do. And I'm like, I don't really want to go see the comedian the second night. And you're like, I don't even.
And we spent some time and exchanged a lot of thoughts. It was
We
amazing.
talked a long time. We had a great
Wow,
time.
whatever.
So that's a time I really remember to chat with you for a long time.
Yes,
So that was
yes.
good. Okay, Frank.
Can I actually pass after that answer?
We have not had our quality time moment yet.
Exactly.
But
Well,
we
the
hung
night is
out a
still
little bit.
Come on, you're a stage comedian. You can do that.
No, I just, like you said, we met you on Lido. I
Yeah.
loved your energy. I've heard about you, obviously, with all of your books and all the things that you've done and everything. So I couldn't wait to meet the not worthy, happy to be here.
Ah, you're sweet. Thank you. Yeah, I think we need to get to know each other a little bit more. I did on your birthday.
Yes.
I saw all your modeling pictures. You had like 100 modeling
They were
pictures.
everywhere.
They were
everywhere.
Because
Headshots,
somebody
but you all
grabbed-
know I was a
yeah.
modeling talent agent for 10 years. So I'm looking at the headshots. I'm like, Frank, who do you model for? Like, I want to know your agent. Like, these shots are outstanding.
Were they
And
great?
that's when I got to
Excellent.
know
They
you
were.
on a deeper level.
Yeah.
From that
Absolutely.
connection with our modeling.
At
background.
that party, everybody got to leave with their own copy of one of his headshots.
Yes.
That was our.
It's like your complimentary gift. From
Yes.
I took one home.
Yeah.
Oh,
Or
yeah.
one in the fridge. Yeah.
A signature on it.
He's on my dartboard.
Yeah. And just for the record, that was not my idea. It was supposed to be a bunch of Frank faces like on sticks.
Yeah.
Didn't come in at time. So that, somebody just grabbed, they know where all that crap is, just grabbed it.
You just have to have a box of 500 pictures. of
No,
yourself.
of course. For passing calls and stuff.
Yeah, it was awesome. Yeah.
Yeah, that was fun. And Warren, do you remember when we got to know each other a little bit more? We met on a ship. But
Yeah, when we met on the ship, it was real quick.
Yeah.
And then we started talking and we got deep into exactly what you do. And it's amazing. And that's where I came in. I go, I am not losing this person as a friend. But I found love on the boat.
Sure did.
And I kind of disappeared a little bit, you know.
Come on, let me hang out.
Here he is.
Here's our success story.
So I told Rihanna, I got your number and we're going to get together and hang out.
And I was asking you for some deep shot questions then.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
tell me
We
what
were,
was special and how did you fall in love with her? What did you play? Not now, but that's what's our
Right.
conversation.
yes.
And I was so happy for you because your heart was so full. And you
Yeah.
were so happy. And
It
I was
was.
so glad to see that in you. And I know when men fall in love, guys, they really fall hard. They want their best friend, they want their
Mhm.
lover, they want their passion, but they want someone to laugh with and hang out with and just have a really great time. That's my
And that's what I
interpretation.
found.
And that's what you had told me. And I'm like, I was so thrilled.
Right. Thank you.
Great. Next question. What made you go on a singles cruise? Were you hoping for the love boat, or was it your buddies were going? You thought, hey, it sounds like a pretty fun party time.
Fantastic question. Originally, I went because a select great group of my friends were going.
Okay.
Unbeknownst to me, we were the only ones that were single on the cruise. 3/4 of y'all I knew already, and that was great. I met you for the first time as a great long-term friend.
Yeah.
And there were 4,000 other people on the boat that had families and couples and children, but our select group was single. And it worked out because we all just spent more time and got to know each other a lot.
I think it was
more
total
intimately.
in our group 160 singles.
Yeah.
So that was pretty phenomenal.
Yeah.
Many I did not know. So that
Mhm.
was pretty cool. James, you? What makes you go on the each cruise a lot?
I
So
do.
what makes you go on the singles cruise?
I'm trying to get laid.
Whoa. And he has to
I
try.
know it's a struggle for you.
It is
Yeah.
such a struggle.
It hasn't happened yet.
I wish I could say it did, but it hasn't happened yet because I get so involved with these guys here and we start fooling around and laughing and there's women looking at us and wanting to wave, but I get so caught up in their humor, I forget about what we're there for.
But you've also shared with me you're not really a hookup kind of guy.
I'm not a hookup type of guy.
See, and the ladies should know that.
Yeah.
I know you're joking, but
Well, yeah, I'm not a hookup guy, but I'm trying to change that.
oh, you are?
I want to be a hookup guy because I'm not getting laid a lot.
Oh, well, I'm sure you have your selection, but you have to resonate.
I do. I'm a little bit shy when it comes to approaching females.
But you're also very spiritual.
I'm
And
def-
that I know about you.
Yeah.
We've had hours of conversation
Yeah.
on spirituality. So,
yeah.
and I think,
If I may, one reason why James doesn't get the L word as much as he wants. He's right. We'll hang out together as guy friends, and we don't step on each other if we see a pretty woman, right? It's like, oh, you want her, you have her. No, you want her, you want her. And none of us wind up getting her. The girl's like, somebody ask me, please. So
Exactly.
that's what friends do, right?
Yeah.
That's what happened.
Yeah.
well, as your coach on this call here, I want to encourage you, if you find someone you really like,
Yeah.
just tell her. Just share it. But make sure you really know her, like her, be her friend first.
Yeah.
Because then that conversation becomes easy. It's not really staring, you're just sharing your heart like you are today.
Right, exactly.
You know, and that's all women really want, right, ladies? You know, we just want you to be real and not be afraid of us.
Is that right? Okay.
Yes, we have a lady in the room too. Okay, Sherman, did you go on the cruise to meet ladies and hope for the love boat, or you just wanted to have party time or both?
Well, I don't quite have the problems these guys have.
No, you don't.
No,
But,
you
you know,
don't.
these characters were going and they invited me. I figured it'd be a great weekend to, hang out with these characters and, definitely be a lot of laughs and there was. Hey, the option of possibly meeting some of the singles cruise, because I hadn't been on a cruise in like 6 years.
Yeah, so this is good for you.
So it was good for me. And, once again, like I say, besides hanging out with you people and meeting y'all and having a good time, I still, in the end, got to take away meeting you, which was, I think, the highlight of the cruise.
Oh,
for me. Yeah.
that's nice.
Because I wasn't there for any big expectations or special reason other than just, enjoying life, having a good time, and what happens, happens.
Right.
Good, awesome.
Right on.
Frank, you looking for the love boat or?
No love boat. No, just hang out with these guys and then open bar. So have me.
You did that
So these guys are my best friends. So
Yeah.
I love hanging out with them. So any chance, like it could be like in a basement somewhere to kick a beer, and whatever.
And
I
that's
don't
a
care.
party.
Like, yeah.
Could be doing a podcast and it's a party.
He's a simple
Yeah.
man.
I'm so glad
We
you're
all are
adopted.
actually at heart.
I feel adopted by you
Yeah.
guys.
You are.
And actually, what Frank just said is our problem. That's why women get laid a lot because we're so tied up with each other's foolishness
Yes.
and laughing and giggling like little girls to where we never get to the women. That's the
Oh, you
problem.
get to the women plenty
Yeah.
fine.
No, actually, he's 100% right. Because so obviously very good looking guy, and he's an awesome dresser. I'm always just trying to.
Sitting at the
I'm more of a last call good looking, but basically
She had enough to drink. good
Yeah,
looking?
exactly.
Nah, come on,
Like,
Frank.
at least
You're
6
6'5",
drinks.
full of ass in this here.
I love you. But yeah, we're like in the corner having so much fun, and the girls don't approach us. Then later on, if we're talking to some ladies, we're like, "Wow, we thought you guys were gay because we're just dressing nice and we're just laughing and having such a great time. No situational awareness
See?
whatsoever."
There it is. They
And then
can't
they're
stop
like,
holding each
"Oh,
other.
okay, okay."
Yeah.
So that is a true story.
So
Well-
the moral of that story, ladies, is I teach this one concept. It's just say hello. And people are like, oh, that's so simple, Rihanna. What kind of technique is that? And I said, I meet so many great
Absolutely.
guys by just saying hello and having a
That's true.
conversation. Coming in with positive energy, a smile, be cool, hang out, you know, and I'll tell you, I've met incredible people that way. So I want to encourage you, if you see a bunch of guys, sometimes guys are a little afraid to make the approach.
Yeah, we are.
They might be afraid they'll be rejected, believe it or not, as handsome as these guys are. So they kind of hang back, or they might come up and stand next to your table for like
Yeah,
a minute and wait
Yeah.
to see if she says hello first.
exactly.
When I was out in Delray one night with a lady friend, and she goes, I can never meet anyone. I said, watch how many people asked me for my phone number tonight. 5 men asked me for my phone number, and it wasn't that hard. She goes, how you doing this? How you doing this? I said, just say hello.
You're
I just say
amazing.
hello.
Mhm.
I'm friendly, I'm outgoing, I love life. So when your life is together, and this is what we call being a successful single first. Your life is together, you're happy, you love your work, there's no cheap drama in your life, and then you exude this energy of love, passion, and friendliness. And it's contagious. This is what we call, you know, the law of attraction, right?
Precisely.
So when you have that, people want to be in your company.
Yes.
So that's why mindset for success is something that I teach. It's so important because when you have that in your head, everything else just follows.
I agree.
And that's where confidence comes from.
An Italian virtue,
Yes.
gravitas, quiet confidence.
Was it
Yeah,
yours?
yeah, it is confidence.
Gravitas.
Yeah,
That's what I showed him.
Yes.
He'll pick out a girl and I'll just walk up to her and say hello.
that's it.
Yes.
Just say hello.
Mhm.
Best
You know, that
solution
works.
advice ever.
Yeah, all you gotta do is it breaks half of the ice out.
It is.
You're done, you know?
And let's say, you know, we're on a singles cruise. Guess what? Singles want to meet each other.
Yeah.
Someone's got to make the
Yes.
first move. Why not you?
Yes.
So when I was there and someone went, oh, we can't meet any guys. I'm like, why not? I'm hanging out with 6 of them, man. Why can't you meet one? You know, I don't get it. It's all in your mind. And if you don't have that confidence and self-esteem, that's why you hire me as your coach. Okay, Warren.
Well, these guys, when we get together, they're right. We get together and it's all about us because we have so much fun together. So we went there to have a blast. And then this one walked by and I did one of these things and it was all over from right there. After I met her, it was, you know, I found my best friend just like that, you know, but she kept up with all of us.
Yeah.
She was, you know, she had fun with all of us.
She engaged with us, we
Yeah.
spoke, she told me about her
Yeah,
Everything.
wherever. And
Each one of these
Yeah.
guys
absolutely.
had conversations with her. I mean, that's how we all got together.
Yes.
And it was a great thing.
Perfect.
Yeah,
And it's interesting, listeners, that men fall in love much faster than a woman.
that's factual.
And, yeah, it's again that the man's, and they learned this when I gave a speech on the ship, that the man's sexual center of the brain is 9 times that of a woman. So they are geared by attraction. That's caveman brain. They are made to procreate the race. So attraction is like, yeah, I like her. Boom, I'm moving in, right?
Mhm.
So they move fast.
Yes.
Us women, we're the child bearers, so we have that safety feature in our brain. We want to feel safe first. We get like, can we connect? Can we trust you? Am I going to be with you and then you're going to hurt me? And we need that time. Men who are listening, yeah, men got to listen to this show too.
I'm listening. That sounds
Thanks for
good.
listening.
I'm listening. It's really good. It's really
So
good.
you got to take your time and be that friend, that solid companion, that friend that she can turn to in case of need. Like she might have a question, even if she's a very accomplished female, she may need your help. Just be there for her, you know, include her, like be her friend, be her buddy. And that's when they start falling for you too. So maybe a little bit more patient. Don't look at just like fast sex. If you want something real, be real. You know, be friends first, connect from the heart first. So awesome. Guys, you're doing so good here.
Just
So
soaking
proud
that
of
up
you.
like a sponge.
Yeah.
I don't know any of that. Not a bit.
Did you
I'm
listen to my
learning so much.
speech? Or were you
I
joking
did just
around?
now. No, I'm listening now. Like I said, that's why I'm here right now.
There you go.
Great information for us.
I need
Very
this.
good. Thank you.
Yeah.
Day that I called you, you know, I felt so depressed and I just needed help. And you stayed on the phone with me and it was life-changing.
Obviously, I don't want to say like I did this class and this happened, but I think it really did. I think without that, I really, truly, honestly don't think I would be here today talking to you, engaged and happy in my relationship.
me ask you, why did you choose cruising to meet singles versus some other event? Go ahead, Frankie.
Cruising was easy for me because essentially, if you think about it, men and women, it's a captive audience. No one's going to jump overboard unless they're a great swimmer and they're not afraid to fight Moby Dick.
And you're still in port.
On or off the ship, there's Moby Dick everywhere you check. But anyway, seriously, cruising is fun. Everything's self-contained. As a man growing up, I am very chivalrous and old-fashioned. I would make the plan, the restaurant, pick up the lady, drive, pay the bill, take her home.
We like that old world Italian values.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Italian
it's
American. But cruising, we have a captive audience. I mean, we can make a joke out of it, but it's really more of an intimate setting. And you're going to see that person for a couple of days, a couple of times a day on the ship or in ports of call. So it's a very intimate trip.
Yeah.
I
think
chose
that's
the cruise ship.
Plus,
for that
they're
reason.
all there for the same thing.
Yeah.
Everybody's there to enjoy everybody and meet everybody.
Meeting people. Yeah, that's the purpose. James, anything different for you?
Pretty much what Warren just said is that we're single guys going to meet single women. There's single women coming to meet single men. So it tends to work out. And then with the different bands and nightclubs and karaoke and dinners, it just works out really, really
You get to have a
well.
lot of dates.
Yeah,
Or meet them up. Hey, I'll meet you up over here.
absolutely. Yeah.
Okay. Anything different for you, Sherman?
Well, I mean, I looked at it. I mentioned I was a tournament fisherman, just for sport a lot of times, a lot of my vacation. So there's not a lot of women in the fishing. I mean, there's some, but not a lot in the fishing industry. Tournaments, although it's fun, I like it. But the whole E-man hunt something down and kill it, eat it.
Yeah.
But then I was thinking, hey, go with these guys. If just like fishing, you go where the fish are because they migrate. So you go on a boat, like he said, they're so contained all in one little spot, they can't get away. It's like shooting fish in a barrel. So I figured this sounds like a good time. Let's give this a shot.
And it's a numbers game. You got plenty of numbers to choose from.
Sorry, that was my phone.
No, that was good. That was good.
Awesome.
That's a typical Sherman answer.
That is. That's from the heart, actually.
It is.
100% from the heart.
I'm so deep. It touched me. It really touched my one feeling. Yeah.
They can't run away.
Harpoon them.
I got you. Can't go.
Well, yeah, you want to get them live.
I prefer the men.
Frank, different.
It's a cruise ship. There's only so far they can run, and basically, international water laws are very liberal.
Wow.
So that's a plus. But again, it's,
All right, ladies, put your seatbelts on.
Yeah.
it's
love
jokes.
Yeah,
Love hanging out with these guys.
absolutely.
And Warren, anything different for you? Why you choose cruising to meet single women or hang out with his dad?
Because
Why?
everybody's there for the same reason, to meet people, so their guard is let down. It's the opposite of going to a bar. When you go to the bar, the women are like, oh no, here he comes. They do want to meet you. They do want to meet a guy, but they see you coming in like a shark and it's all over. Dun, 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 dun. But on the cruise, half of it's broke down.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
People are easier to talk to.
Well said.
They leave their emotional armor on the
Oh,
Right.
man.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right,
that's
on
a
the
great
ship.
idea.
and then we got them. Then they're vulnerable.
Yes.
Put
So
your seatbelts on, ladies. I'm sorry.
I love that answer. And as a singles coach, this is why I am taking my company of 16 years, Romance International Travel, and joining with Shelby at
Shelby
travelfun.biz.
is amazing.
And I am going to also be a singles travel agent, and I'm announcing it with this tape. And I
That's
just did a
amazing.
podcast with
Awesome.
Shelby,
Yeah.
and we're going to line up some really cool things. Cancun coming up for James and our birthday. We found out we're one day apart,
Yeah.
September 18th and 19th. So it's going to be September 15th through 19th. Cancun with a full club crawl. Since I've been writing up the nightclubs for close to 15 years in Cancun, I know all the managers, and they're all ready to have a bunch of singles invade their clubs. With
Those are
me
racist
as
for
the
before?
director. When you speak the Spanish, because I don't know it, I just smile and they let me in. So, we're going VIP the whole way, gang. So you'll get emails on that. Just write me at romanceinternationaltravel@gmail.com. That's romanceinternationaltravel@gmail.com. Then we're looking at a New Year's Eve cruise, Valentine's cruise for singles, and then next summer the Mediterranean. I want to do Florence, Venice, and I definitely, on my bucket list is an African safari. So I'm going to Dubai, Mumbai, Abu Dhabi, down the coast to do a safari. So start saving the money. We are going to have some singles adventures in beautiful lands all over the world. That is my goal as your singles travel agent.
Wow.
And I will tell you, all you single guys out there, go on the singles cruises. They are a blast.
Yeah,
all right.
true.
It's not like going to a resort where a person can go other towns. The boat is concentrated. Even though the boat is very, very large, you will see the people. You meet them once, you'll see them around the boat. It's just a very, very good atmosphere to meet women. So,
It was fun. It was the first, like I said, the first one I did in a long time.
Yeah.
And for a while, trying to meet women, I was like trying to crash weddings and funerals, and it wasn't working out as good. But like you said, it is a captive audience, and people are much happier at this.
Yes.
They're happy to be away.
Yeah, free buffet. I mean, drink hard. What more do you need?
That's
You know?
it.
What more
That's
do you need?
it.
Yeah.
So now, guys, we're going to get to the part where you dig deep into your hearts and your souls, and you help our ladies around the world a little bit. And that's the conclusion of podcast 1 of Sexy Single Men from the Ship. Be sure to get into the next podcast to listen to part 2. And be sure to also catch part 3. And Transformers, that's all we have time today. I want to thank our very sexy and special guests. Frankie G. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
All right.
and James.
All right.
Nice.
Sherman. Woohoo! Frank Z.
Yeah.
And Warren of the Love Boat. Yes, and we thank them all for giving their time, love, and attention and hearts and minds to you, to giving you some great education and tips to have emotionally healthy, evolved, and conscious love. If you love this show too, please give us a special 5-star rating, your love, and your comments below. If there's any topic you want to hear, please add that to your list. Also, take a moment and join us in our other upcoming podcasts for lessonsoflifeandlove.com. You can easily share the show links from there. Remember, you can reach out for help at any time by writing me through my website, rianamilne.com. And while you're there, be sure to get the ebook on how to have the love you deserve. Do the 4 free love tests. Download the first 60 pages of my books, Live and Love Beyond Your Dreams, the #1 bestseller on Amazon. And I am there to help you always to create the life you desire and have the love you deserve. Have a beautiful and a blessed day. Thank you from all of us from the Love Boat.
Woo-cha.